Good evening. All right. So we got lots of stuff going on tonight. Hopefully we can get through it. Lots of stuff to talk about. Planners. Some comments from the list wanted to know how I go through with my checklists and stuff like that for today's whole concept of getting ready for tomorrow. All right. So, where should we start? Let's start with the planners. Okay. So, I think it is quite appropriate, considering I'm doing this big old series, right, on planners for the last 2 weeks, and I decided to reinvent mine once again. I had kind of tweaked it a little bit, and now I've really tweaked it. So I got the idea actually because I'm putting together ones for clients, and some of the ideas made sense to me, and I didn't like the way my work page worked, so I wanted to redo that. And all this, I got cool ideas, and now I am totally loving it, and I will give you guys a quick run through on what the new week looks like. The month and the weekly are exactly the same. They've got just the weeks. Hello, it is. Hi, Andrea. So the week is still the same. But now my next page is a brand new work page for myself so I can keep up on what I need to do. And to me, minus the sun, it looks way better than this. So I like this. Then I went through, and instead of having it, and Andrea, you're actually the reason why I changed this part. Getting messages. So, instead of having my weekly focus part on each day, hi ladybugs, I just made one sheet with the entire thing for the week. So that way, like, you sure are. Like next week, when we're on the 4th, errand day is not going to be on Friday. Hi, Brooke. But I still need to make sure that I'm doing my errands. So now I created this page to where everything is on here, and it doesn't matter what day I do it in, as long as by the end of the week, every box is checked. Then I went through, and on each daily, it's got a spot for my 3 goals, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Over here, this is actually changed, but I didn't reprint this out. This part over here for my weekly home blessing, which I do realize you can't see due to the glare, and I'm sorry, is now the Pamper Challenge. Then, so the rest of the week is pretty much the same. Then we get to the end. And now I can track money in and money out. And then, instead of having one page, which is not that page, instead of having one page for my meals, I now have 2. So, like I said, okay, you can kind of see it right there. Because I shop at Aldi, I know what the exact layout is, so I have it written down. So all I have to do is fill it in where this stuff is when I realize I need something. And then this is the whole week's worth of meals. And then if there's any event or anything, I've got an extra space down here. And then we start all over. So, yes, I went through and I completely redid my planner. And I will let you know as of the end of next week if I like it or not. Because we start July. So, but in talking about planners, and all this is great, but I need to figure out a time and I need to make an effort to sit down and actually do it. And it doesn't matter if it's online, it doesn't matter if it's analog, you still need to figure out a way to sit down and do it. With online, it's easier. You can just talk into your phone and say, add blah, blah, blah to my blah, blah, blah list.
But just say we want to say Alexa.
You say Alexa or Siri or whatever. And then you can add it to whatever list you need, or Google. No, you've had enough. 2 things of popcorn is enough. Do not go behind my back and get more either. So that kind of makes it easier on the online respect. You can just talk into your phone and you can add whatever to your list. You can add a reminder. You can do all that. So that's where the combined thing works. Now, I make time in the morning when I'm sitting down before I talk to you guys with my tea, after I've had my water, some days after yoga now, and I look at my journal every morning, and it's only just not even 5 minutes. And then, I mean, for me, I'm constantly checking back throughout the day. And then when it's time for me, hi, Michelle, time for me to check my calendar in the evening, I do it after I've talked to you guys, sometimes before I've talked to you guys. But then I'll usually check it like right before I go to bed. Because that way, anything else that is on my brain or whatever, I can throw in and I can get it off my brain and onto paper so I don't need to think about it. So when I'm having my nighttime tea, I'll sit down with my journal, and that's where I kind of turn it into a pamper thing. I say journal, I mean calendar, I mean whatever. To me, it's my journal. Oh, just when we went and cut his hair yesterday, he was like, it's kind of hot out. Can you just, I want Grandpa's haircut. I said, okay. And then he found out that he also had Daddy's haircut from right before I met Daddy. So he's loving it. I wish he'd let me fix a couple spots on it, but he's not going to. So I need to. That's okay. We'll see if he'll let me. So, okay. I talked a little bit this morning about what the calendar and the journal, why it's important and what it means to me. For me, when I take a look back, because I save them for 5 years, it is a timeline of the entire year because of how much I put in it. I know when my son got married. I know, when Just Sex started Rufus Sports. Everything is in here. So it is a timeline of my entire year, which is why it's so important to me to write into it. So, like with anything else, if it's something you want to do, you will make time to do it. If it is something you don't want to do, you're not going to make time to do it. It is a challenge. And there are some days where maybe my brain isn't ready to look at it. And so that's great for you, Andrea. I love that you can do that. That's wonderful. My big wall calendars, they go at the end of the year. Like I said, except for last year's because it had some amazing recipes in it that I still need to try. I am not saying that anybody has to keep their calendars for 5 years. I am saying what I do. And we're talking about, just these. That's what I keep. So it does not take up a lot of room. Paper is my comfort. That's green onions and scallions, honey. Same name, different. Same plant, different name. Okay. So that's what I do, and that's why I love my calendar, because it lets me take a look back at the entire year. Matter of fact, it just came up the other day. Juan was like, sorry, my fiance, so my little man down there doesn't yell at me. Was like, well, when did I start at Hultquist? And I went back in the journal and I was able to tell him. I do not. I had it once. I do not have the wall calendar. No, I had it twice. And this is going to sound really bad, especially for being a mentor. But I can't justify spending at least half as much on shipping as what the calendar costs, when I can go to the store and I can go pick up a calendar. But actually, I don't even buy my calendars. It is every Christmas gift from my parents. We get calendars every year. So I know I got a calendar coming. I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I wish it'd be a little bigger, but that's why I use this one. And I do love the Fly Lady calendar. I think it is a wonderful calendar. I am just very cheap. So, if I could get it with free shipping, cool. If there would be a discount for mentors, cool. But we get no discount and there is no free shipping. So that's my problem with it. But I do love it, and I think it is a great calendar. It really is. It's a great calendar. You got enough room to put everything on it, and my cute little Post-it notes, the little ones, fit right on there, and they work great. But I'm not paying. Not paying. Jacek last year, he got weather, so it was a whole bunch of different weather in there. This year, he's got constellations in his. Last year, I got recipes in mine. This year, it's just a kitchen calendar. Juan always gets a deer calendar. My parents always buy him a hunting. It's sitting on the floor where a computer is not supposed to be. So, yeah, I love them. So, and I talked a little bit last night and this morning about the minute you find out about an event, the minute you find out about an appointment, the minute you find out about anything, it needs to go into the calendar. The minute you find out. And like when it comes for sending out cards, I send out cards on the first of the month. Excuse me. Connecticut. I know people in Connecticut. Hello. Oh, shush. Please stop what you're doing. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you access to some amazing information. Yeah, okay, whatever. Right? I had the one with the social security number call, and I waited, and I actually called the number back, and I'm like, you do realize that I do know that the social security office is not going to call me. they are going to actually send me a letter, and you can't suspend my social security number because that is how the government knows who I am. So by rights, if you want to suspend my social security number, go ahead. Then the government doesn't know who I am and what I'm doing. So you want to suspend my social security number by far. And they hung up me. So I have one from the IRS. So I wait and I stay patient and I do all that stuff. And then I get on there and I finally get somebody talking to me. And I'm like, well, you're the IRS, so you should know that they're dead, right? They died 2 months ago. And then they usually hang up. So I like to have fun with them. My all-time favorite one for those guys calling is to ask them for their home phone number and tell them I need to call them back at home because I'm busy. And then they go to give me the number that they called from. And I said, oh, no, your home number, because you're calling me at home and bothering me. I get to call you at home and bother you. So.
And then they hang up.
And then they hang up. Everybody likes to hang up on me when I want to play their little games. All right. So. I have to get him signed in for class here.
Yeah, coding class, in fact.
Yep.
After this, going to be on to you guys. Incorrect.
J. Del Rios.
It's just J. Del Rios.
No, it's not.
It's just Sec.
Yep. We're going to have to also tell Mr. Demers
that I'm into coding.
No, that this is your thing for it. Okay. Now we go to courses. And
then third grade.
Nope. I'm not worrying about that.
Computer program?
That is what it is. Let's go. All right. Oh, geez. Yeah, I've actually had clients that have been taken. So yeah. But okay. So the minute you get an appointment, the minute you find anything out, it needs to go into a planner. I send out all birthday cards, anniversary cards, Father's Day cards, holiday cards. I love that, Pamela. I send them out on the 1st. So I don't care if your birthday is the 30th, the card's getting sent out on the 1st. Now, my only problem with that is my eldest son's birthday is on the 1st. So I go into my planner, and the week before, I write it in there in like bold letters to mail Dallas's card, because it's something different and I want him to have his card for his birthday. When he was overseas, I had to mail it like a month ahead of time. So that actually worked out, because then I just mailed it huh? Okay. No, not into our bedroom. It is too hot. Go into your bedroom and turn on the fan. Just sec. Please don't argue with me. And so when he was overseas, that worked out great because I just sent it out on the 1st of July. And there were some wonderful bakeries around base that would deliver birthday cakes and stuff like that. So that was really cool that he was able to still get a birthday cake when he was overseas. I embarrassed the bejeebers out of him, but that's what a mom is for. Okay. So when we find that it's hard to sit down to the planner, it might be because we're waiting and we've got too much to add to it. You guys have seen me. As soon as I come up with something, it's like, oh, hold on, got to write it down. If Juan will say something to me, I have no problem telling him, hold on, got to write it down. So it's becomes habit because I have a wonderful brain. I can remember things to stupid detail. But one day I'm not going to have a mind like that. So I want to write it down. Yep, have notebook, we'll travel. So, I mean, I would rather be safe than sorry. I think he's still in my bedroom. So, and
I can make my tornado mod now.
Can you?
Yeah. Right now I'll be learning how to make games, and so when I make the game.
Okay, the games was like the third section. Did you skip to it, or are you going in order?
I'm going in order. But when I get to the games, I'm going to add in I'm going to make my tornado mod include into it.
Honey, where are you watching this stuff?
On Khan Academy.
I know. What room are you in? You mess up my bed. You're making it. Hi, Georgia. Yeah, I get. That's what mine tells me too. That's what my fiance tells me. He thought one day he told me that I couldn't tie my shoes if I didn't have my planner. So I don't care. It's what my book to me is what Linus's security blanket was to him. Okay? When birthdays start getting close, my birthday planner goes in here. Your slip-ons are your security blanket? So everything for Giuseppe's birthday will go in here. I put as much as I can in here because then cute. I have tennis shoes, but I don't need to tie them either because they're slip-ons. I don't want to forget. I don't want to double book. I don't want to overbook. It's great humor. I have double booked a client once, and that was because I told myself, because we were in the middle of a session, I will remember when we get off and I will write it down later. And I never did. So, yeah, no, I write down. That's what I do. I write down. Okay, so I like first thing in the morning and one of the last things in the evening to make time, and maybe at noon too, to make time to look. I know some people that do it at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's great. We don't allow anything dealing with work or phones or electronics or my planner, because I will get lost in it, at the table because we want to converse. So I can't do mealtime, but I can do my tea time. I can do afternoon. I can do the evening after Desette goes to bed. So I find my time because I have to look at it. Yeah. You know, I don't want to take my brain for granted. I know eventually I'm not going to remember as well as what I do. So, nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, I like that. Communication logs are great. Okay. And also, we did talk about if something moves from day to day to day and it goes 3 times, we need to figure out why is it going? Why do you keep not doing it? Here's an example for you. Scrub the bathtub. Today is the first day it's on my list. I will actually take a picture when I go of where I'm at. Yeah, I will take a picture. And I will, as I walk, I'll take a picture looking at the store, and then I will take a picture looking from the store towards my car, just so I know. And I'm always parked by a cart return, because that's just a habit from when little man was little. And because we've all had kids. When you got a baby, you don't want to be leaving the baby in the car. You don't want to bring the baby back to the car, to the cart return, especially in winter or if it's raining. So I always parked right next to it, and I just still do. There you go. I like that. That's great. And definitely get your high priority stuff done as fast as you can. There's trying to think of the name of the lady. There's one lady, and she talks about giving yourself a half an hour to do it. I don't have that half an hour to spare. So when I sit down, I have to know what I'm doing. Yeah, I believe it. I bet it is. All right. So we'll do my list. Okay. So I grabbed my list out of the bathroom and out of the kitchen, because today is the day we clean out the refrigerator, we check the pantry, we do all that wonderful stuff. And then Sheena had asked, well, how do you handle the list? How do you do it? I tend to try. I didn't mean to laugh, Andrea. I tend to try and park in the exact same spot every single time. I am just a creature of habit. So in my bathroom, I have this cute little list that has absolutely everything on it, from Giusepp's vitamins to shampoo, conditioner, soap, mouthwash, flossers, toothpaste, Band-Aids, toilet paper, paper towels, shaving cream, laundry soap, coconut oil, witch hazel, cotton pads, Q-tips, hand soap. Yes, every time I park in the same spot, and you lose your car every time. Maybe you should start parking in the same spot. So, and this list right? This one right here is what I use. It goes in a sheet protector in the inside door of my bathroom. And then when the spare, oh, okay. When the spare gets opened, that is when the mark gets checked and then it goes on the grocery list. Yeah, and plus you get steps that way, Georgia. For kitchen, it's broken up a little differently. I have cleaning, and then I have my baking stuff. I have this stuff that has to be in my pantry, the essentials for the fridge, for the freezer, and the vegetables. This is what goes in the inside door on under my sink. Oh my goodness. I've done that too. Yeah, because these are things, okay, kitchen, garbage bags, gallon bags, quart bags, sandwich bags, snack bags, dish soap, hand soap. Baking, white sugar, brown sugar, flour, bread flour, baking soda, baking powder. Pantry, peanut butter, Ritz, Crystal Light, tomato sauce, tomato paste, diced tomatoes. Fridge, milk, eggs, butter, salad dressing, wands, lunch meat, lunch cheese, and bread. Freezer, bacon and sausage, vegetables, potatoes, garlic, onions. Because not always am I going to think about these because they're like the flour. Well, if I decide to bake bread, I need to have flour. Or make cookies, I need to have flour. The potatoes, that's just breakfast. So I'm not looking at a recipe when I'm filling out my grocery list for breakfast. So it needs to be on this list because then I know to check for it. And the dish soap, the hand soap, and the bags, those are all the backups. So when the backups come out, that gets checked. Everything else, I just have the one. Oh, no, I think I got a backup of flour and sugar too. Yeah, but obviously I don't have a backup of eggs and milk and stuff like that. So, but that is how I do them. And this one stays in my kitchen and this one stays in my bathroom. And then everybody knows to check it off. So when Juan opens his last bar of soap and then goes to go to the new one, he knows to check Juan's soap. Yeah. Because there are days where days are crazy and you can forget to check something off from the bathroom to the kitchen. So when I have it in the bathroom. Plus then the list gets shorter. I don't like long lists. There you go. That works too. Not in my home because my kid would erase it. I started it with the whiteboard and he would continually erase it. So, when he was younger, so I just gave up on it and I do it this way. But because I mean, even my kitchen checklist used to be longer, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like the long list. I want to just look and know and go. So those are the absolute essentials. All right. let's get started since it's already 7 with our checklist for the night. So, the daily focus today, we talked about meals, doing the fridge, cleaning everything out, getting ready, grocery shop. I actually did not plan meals today. We ended up playing outside in 100-degree weather. Not exactly sure why. But I think with the meals that I've already made, because he only works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, we'll be good. We're going to a cookout on Thursday, I just found out. And then he'll end up cooking probably Friday because he's off. Hi, Stacy. Oh, I think a planner is essential, honey. And the easiest place to put it is somewhere where you know you're going to look. My planner sits right on my island. It was sitting over there. I stopped looking for it over there. First place I go is straight to my island. So why is it not on my island? So I put it on my island. It was also over there in the launch pad. That didn't work because Juan started piling his stuff on top of it when he comes home at 4. So that didn't work. So I needed to find a different place to put it where it would be accessible, it wouldn't get ruined, and it wouldn't get stuff piled on top of it. Island. Okay. All right. So tomorrow, for some of us, Andrea did hers today. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Good for you. Yeah, and we have those days. I'll give you guys a funny story. I considered it absolutely hilarious. So Juan was out at the bar, and the next thing I know is it's like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, he's home and he's like, I need your keys. And I said, why? And he's like, somebody stole my keys. Okay, well, here are my keys. Please don't lose them. Go get your bike, bring it home, you know. Comes home. He is in a tirade. I'm going to kick this person's butt. And I think it was this person. I'm going to kick their butt. And blah, 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 blah. Oh, you know, the fires of Hades rain down upon all these people, right? Because they stole his keys. They were in his hoodie pocket. Right in front here. Yep. He never puts them there. He always clips them to his pants. Since he didn't clip them to his pants and put them somewhere else, he swore somebody stole them. So, you saying always putting them in the same place made me think about that. So, there's a cute little anecdote for you for Thursday or Wednesday. If today was Thursday, I called all the wrong people. All right. So tomorrow is errand day for everybody but Andrea, or other people too. Andrea is just the one that told me that today was errand day. So I know today was errand day for her. Tomorrow is errand day for a lot of people. Friday is mine. Friday during the day. I'm not fighting with all them crowds in the grocery store during the day. So for self-care, did we get up, get dressed to shoes, hair, and face today? Did we eat all our meals, drink all our water, take all our meds? If we haven't drank all our water, how about we get a glass of water right now? That's what I'm going to do. I think I'm over my quantity for water today. But it was 100 degrees out, and it's hot. All right, so I got my water. All right. Loving movement. What did we do today? We were out walking around at 100 degrees. Yep, he stole them from himself. And I did actually ask him if he was going to kick his own butt, because he said he was going to kick whose ever butt stole him. So, wonderful. Kids are a great way to get you to do everything too. I asked him if he was going to kick his own butt. He just, that's what he said. All right. Pamper ourselves. What do we do? For some reason, season 3, episode 1 of Scorpion did not record. So I'm somehow supposed to go from the last episode of season 2 to the second episode of season 3, and there is a huge gap there. I don't like that. So I'm not happy. And I realize there's only 4 seasons, but I don't care. I like watching things in order. I say that a lot, don't I? I like doing things in order, watching things in order, parking in the same spot, parking the same way, looking at my planner at the same time. And I talk about my son liking consistency. Okay. Get ready for bed. Wash face, brush teeth, floss, mouthwash. That will all happen for me as soon as I am done with you guys, because washing my face earlier does not wake me up right before I go to bed. And then, of course, go to bed at a decent hour. Remember, just because you get ready for bed does not mean you have to head to bed. That is what I tell my kiddo all the time, because he gets ready for bed at 8 and he goes to bed anywhere between 8 and 9. Depends upon how much reading he wants to do, and if he wants to talk. So, cleaning, weekly home blessing. If you weren't there for the weekly home blessing blitz, nope, I don't. If you weren't there on Monday for the weekly home blessing blitz and you haven't watched it and done it, why not? I do realize a lot of you work, so I'm just giving you junk. Make sure you do your 8 minutes if you haven't gotten everything done. Make our bed, preferably with nobody in it. Swish and swipe. Starting on Monday, that becomes our focus, so I hope everybody's ready for it. Laundry, 1 full cycle. Sort, wash, dry, fold, put away. Hot spots, 3 of them, 2 minutes each. Do not let these fall off. So many times when I talk to people, see, mine too, Georgia. That's when I get paid. Right? Oh, I agree, Pamela. So many times when I talk to people, they're doing the swish and swipe. They're doing the laundry. They're making the bed. They're getting dressed. They're doing all that stuff. They're not doing the 2-minute hot spots, and they're not doing the 5-minute room rescues. These, by far, are the key to keeping maintenance up in your home. They must be done. If you're not going to do those, then you need to subscribe to the policy of, as soon as I'm done with it, I put it away. All the way away. Because otherwise, things just get worse. Oh, that sounds fun. I figured from work. Juan revived my tea plant today. I'm so happy. Yesterday, my tea plant was looking absolutely wonderful. Today, I went out and it was very sad. And I don't know what he did, He's like, what's wrong with your tea plant? And I said, I don't know. And he's just like, well, let me look at it. And he looked at it and did all, I don't know what he did, but now it's all perky again. So I'm happy. Not sure what he did. So room rescues, 3 of them, 5 minutes each. 3 people in your household, 1 5-minute room rescue for each of them. Get it done. Kids, they need to do their 5-minute room rescue in their room because we are not their mates. Oh, that boy's got a green hand. Okay. Make their bed and do their chores. I am allowed to weed the garden. That is all I'm allowed to do. I am not allowed to harvest. I am not allowed to plant. Jack doesn't even like me looking at them because I kill stuff. I have killed a lucky bamboo. I have killed a cactus. I have killed an aloe plant. I have killed anything that I have gotten. So that's why I'm glad I have one. Because I can cook whatever that man grows. So we make a good team. All right. Planning. Let's get out that planner. So from now on, when we start this evening stuff and the morning stuff, we need to have our glass of water and we need to have our planner. Okay? Cool. Great. No, there is no argument on that one. And yes, I do realize I won't see you, but you know what I would like for you to do. So let it be on your conscience if you don't do it. All right. So sit down, figure out what 3 goals. See, I don't mind weeding, Pamela. To me, it's very therapeutic. Granted, the weeding that we did last weekend, that was not therapeutic because it was just absolutely ridiculous because he kept saying, no, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. And since we seem to be living in Brazil right now with the rainy season, there was a ton of weeds. Now I could go out there and weed because it looks like we didn't even weed and do it, and it would be therapeutic because it's just sitting there and just weeding, and I really actually enjoy it. Just not in 100-degree weather. Okay. So what 3 small, smart goals? Go. Oh, I don't even give Juan the option with the dishes or anything in the house anymore. I don't want his help, and that is what I told him. And that is exactly how I told him. I said, I don't want your help. And he was like, really? And I said, yeah. I said, I don't want your help. I said, you don't want my help outside? I don't want your help in here. So, no, go away. Don't touch. And I said, if I go on vacation and I'm gone for like a week, then you're allowed to do dishes and you're allowed to do the cooking. And I don't know if I'll let him touch my new washer dryer, though. But if I'm home, I don't want your help. Oh, I've never heard of Safeway. All right. So what 3 goals do we have for tomorrow? Make them small. Make them little. Make them manageable so that way you can get them accomplished and feel good about what you're doing. I didn't scrub the bathtub today, so scrubbing the bathtub is one of mine, along with flight plans and finish videos. Okay, those aren't very small. So do you guys have the agreement, whoever cooks, the other person cleans? Oh. Juan used to say that, but then when I cook, he doesn't clean, and when he cooks, I still clean, so we just eliminated that one. All right, what is for dinner tomorrow? Write that down. Well, you know, it's kind of like the phrase, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. Yeah, kind of like that. So write down what's for dinner, or at least what the protein is. If you really don't know what's for dinner, if somebody doesn't know what they want to have for dinner tomorrow, speak up. Let's see if we can help you figure it out. Write down what appointments you have for tomorrow. Get them blocked out. And then set up your launch pad, coffee pot, teapot, purse, wallet, keys, planner, journal, phone, charger, whatever you need to make yourself efficient in the morning in one place. Yay! What did I talk about this morning that made you be able to eat tonight? I talked about a lot of things this morning. Kids, if they've got activities, make sure they set up their launch pad as well. And then, of course, for both of us, don't forget to lay out our clothes. It will save you about 20 minutes in the morning. And in my house, stop my significant other from being very mad at me for turning on the light. Considering he had just gotten to bed an hour and a half sooner. So, all right, let's see. What haven't I talked about? It's already 7:20. So there really isn't time for a game. Oh. Wonderful. I love that. I love that. So make sure that you plan it for tomorrow as well. Eating is good. We were going to do smoothies. Jacek wanted popcorn. So we had popcorn and water. You know, technically it's a starch, but whatever. I'll pretend I'm from Iowa and it's a vegetable. Okay. You know, there's no butter, no salt. Just corn and air. Oh, don't forget to shine your sink tonight, too. Mine is shined. I still have to... I have that to do yet. So, I will be doing that after I wash my face. What is this on now? Oh, the charging cord. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, there we go. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow morning for errand day. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Get to bed on time. Get your beauty sleep because we need it. Even though you're all gorgeous, we can all handle to be a little bit more gorgeous and not crabby. I hope weather is good. And I hope you guys just have an overall wonderful evening. Good night, Pamela. Good night, Andrea. Good night, Georgia. Good night, Ladybug. Good night, Brooke. Am I missing anybody? Good night, Stacy. Good night, Michelle. I think that's everybody that commented. So if you didn't comment, I don't know you're here. So. I do too. But I scrubbed more the shower. My little one has taken to peeing in the tub, so I want to clean it a little bit more. Oh, there you go. Have fun, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.